Hi, my name's Kim Parker from Plumline Solutions. Your objective today is to learn how to view and send Communicator messages. First, you will learn the setup requirements for Communicator and then how to use the internal messaging system. Prior to using Communicator, you need to configure the software. This is usually done by a system administrator. To do this, there are two things that need to be set up. The first step is to open access rights maintenance. You must give rights to the necessary web application screens. In your example today, the group has rights to all the web apps, including Communicator. The second step is to assign rights to web services. To do this, click on the Web Service tab. There are many web service rights available. The ones listed here reflect rights for all web services. Feel free to stop the video to review any rights. Also, reference your web apps deployment guide for rights for certain features. Communicator is an internal alert and message system used in your workflow. You can view messages in two places in web apps. The first place is from this screen. Note that this message button will not appear if there are no new messages in your queue. For training purposes, there are already existing messages to be viewed for different business reasons. The second place is to click Communicator. Note the queue messages that alerts the user they have new messages in their queue. We're going to review the view messages. We will review the different types of messages that have been automatically generated through the course of the business workflow. Under the subject column, note we have a budget revisions awaiting approval. This means the user is the approver for a particular budget revision generated in Rich Client. Notice the Approve button. We can click this and it'll take us to Document Approval screen where the user may approve. The next one is Project Activated. This message is generated when you are designated as the project manager in project maintenance. The button Project Main will take you to the project screen. Let's review that one. And then here you have the project that they sent the message for. So let's click back and move on to the next one. The last one is Time and Expense Items Needed Reviewed. This is generated when you're the project manager for a project needing line approval. Again, the button will take you to the screen to approve. So if we click Line Approvals, it'll take us here and we can approve or reject or do whatever we want. You have the same type of message if you're the supervisor and you're approving time and expense documents. The other type of messages are those that are sent to you from other employees. Let's review the message showing under Sender. So this shows that this is the person that sent the message, and here's the message. If we want to reply to the sender, we're going to click on the employee ID. The project employee that you want to send it back to defaults in the field, so we can just send back a message to say work hours. Just say, receive your message and we'll begin working 45 hours a week. Then you can just click send and your message is sent. And then for that user, they would do the same process, go into view messages, and then they would see their message that you replied in the same fashion here. Once we review our messages, we may either save or delete them. In the example of approvals, that does not mean that our approval queue message will go away on the main screen because these are just tasks for only Communicator. Let's do one of those so you can see what I mean. So let's, for example, this approve, and let's do a line approvals. So you have line approvals. Let's say we want to delete this message. So we're going to click delete and we're going to click save. Now let's go back out to the main screen under line approvals. There will still be a queue message. So here's approvals. Let's go in there. And here's line approvals, and you can see you'll still have a message that says approvals available. So that only pertains to the communicator message portion of the process. In some cases, you may want to send an attachment to a screen. If we wanted to add a link to the message, we could click Add Link and then choose from Web App, a Rich Client App, or a URL, and we could include that in the message that we're sending through Communicator. That's all you have to do to use Communicator through Microsoft Dynamics SL Web Apps. This concludes our demo for today.